Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Eddie Marcus here again. You know, I woke up this morning with you on my mind. I'm trying to think, trying to see if I can analyze what is it that makes you, the people, act the way you act at a late date in life like this. I think about how everybody, as many people as possibly can, plays the lottery. And when they're thinking about winning that lottery, they're thinking about what I can do with this money. And all of you come up with different things, but some of the things that you come up with are some of the same things. I remember watching back on television when people go trying to find gold. They talk about what they can do when they find this gold. They can travel to different parts of the world. They can have the finest clothes. You know the story, the same kind of story that you have today. And I can't understand why you accept the way of achieving that type of success the same way they did back in the days before your ancestors were born. It's kind of pathetic. Builders, carpenters, they build houses. Farmers, they grow food, the plants, the animals, everything that produces food, they are responsible for it. You got your entertainers who entertain, whether it's music or art or sports. You got your teachers who instruct, who give knowledge. You got all of the people doing the things that you want to spend your money on, buying, making cars, making ships and planes, pulling gas and other resources from the earth, taking the atmosphere using what? Audio and video traveling through the sky that you can't see, making senders and receivers so all of these things can happen, electricity so you can turn your lights on, and gas or your stove. We got individuals doing this, the things that you, the people, do, and you're craving for money so you can buy what you have made. That sounds like ludicrous, and I'm not talking about the singer, to me. What is it, my friends? You have been given a proposal, a plan that says if you do your particular job, you are participating in the creation and the manifestation of the goods and services that you, the people, want. And since everybody is doing their thing to make a big pool of houses and planes and travel and enough for everybody, because you contribute in the process, you go and take from the reservoir of these goods and services what you want, what you desire, what you need, when you want it. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's a dream come true. And yet, you would rather settle for a system that creates poverty and crime and violence, and you have begun to believe that this is the way things are supposed to be. You have begun to point fingers. Well, you haven't begun. You're continuing pointing fingers at others as being responsible for all of downfall. And really, we are all responsible. All responsible. And just to give you a sign of it, look at Donald Trump. What does he come in and do? He wants to take even a little bit more of that money that you give your life for from you and give it to those who don't even need it. He comes in, he wants to take out health care for people who can't afford it in this system and say you can't have it. Go get some money. Why? So the people who got money and don't need it can get more money. Those of you who can't find decent jobs to support a family, he wants to take food stamps away from you. He wants to take that assistance from you and send you a box lunch. That's what he wants to do to you. And the people, you the American people, are going along with it. You might be pouting here and there, but you're going along with it. Nobody's stopping it. The Congress, the people who you've put there to protect you, going right along with it, smiling. This is what is happening. And it doesn't stop there. You have allowed this man who is in the White House to those standards that you had set over at least 100 years, or maybe let's say 50 years. Those standards, he is reducing those standards to the extent that you don't even have protection from those agencies that you have counted on. You have counted on the FBI, the CIA. Well, all of these people are crooked now. When I say they're crooked, that doesn't mean that they don't do wonderful things for the country. He has belittled them. The media, which has been kind of divisive itself, but they were designed to keep you abreast of all the things that were going around so you wouldn't be ignorant. He has come around and called them fake news, and you got your own people now calling them fake news. You see how you are being degraded to nothing? Being degraded to the extent while you have been at least sitting on, maybe not a pill hill, but on a hill where other folk kind of admired. Now they are looking at you like you are slop, like you're nothing. This is a continuation of that process that we're going through that's stealing our lives. And you sit back and say it's okay. Well, I tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, it is not okay. The whole dead-blasted country is upset about something that this system is doing wrong. But they have been taught that you stand up for what you believe in and to hell what everybody else believes in, because it can't be done. I'm telling you, it can only be done when you stand together. Every last one of you who got a complaint, rather than just settling with your complaint, you should settle in that pot of complaints, a pot of complaints. And no one complaint steps out of that pot until that whole pot is eliminated with complaints. I'm telling you some stuff. I'm a black man, a poor man. I don't have money. My color is what you have called the nothing color, the inhuman color, the animal color. My activities is stupid because I don't agree with this junk that you're pulling on the people. And people, you say you don't, but what is your evidence? I'm standing out here saying these things to you and telling you we got to change this system. I can't change this system by myself. The only thing I can do is stand before you and tell you that it's no good. All I can do is stand before you and resist the system to the extent that those things that you look for that makes you beautiful, like having wonderful teeth, I don't have. I had a friend talk to me yesterday. She told me about a classmate that I have. And she talked about how he's trying to stay young. He's not young. He's old as I am. But rather than show his gray hair, he paints his face with black. That doesn't mean really paint it, but you put that stuff on it so your hair be black and it's heavy on your skin. And he said he had one tooth in his mouth. It was funny to me when she said it because I know I only got two. But we laughed. And I'm thinking about, is he going through the same things that I'm going through? I know this. If he had the wherewithal, he'd have some teeth, even if he had to buy them from Clear Choice. But why buy them when that knowledge has been given to human beings so that when folks need this kind of care, they can get it? You should be ashamed of yourself to call yourself civilized. And you're dying and think God has a door open for you to come up there and rest. You got preachers who saying, give us $1,000, plant $1,000 here and God's going to bless you. And you're foolish enough to believe it. And he takes all those seeds of thousands and $500s and $50 and buy planes and stuff so he can say, look how God has blessed me. What God is he talking about? He's talking about the same God that is blessing the people in this world who have all the money, who what they call the wealth, that they stole from you. They stole from you. Like I said, I can't do it by myself. But you who are watching this video right now, go back and see how many people have clicked on it. If you got more than 5 clicks, it's amazing. Nobody wants to hear this kind of stuff because you've been brainwashed to think like the devil. I'm thinking like God. And you resist me at every turn. I know when I run for public office as president, governor, senator, it doesn't make any difference. You told me because I was not a Republican or a Democrat or a Green Party or something like this. You didn't want to even hear anything I had to say. Not only did you not want to hear it, you didn't want to read it. And as I put these videos hoping that one day you might accidentally run across it at a time when you find yourself in the worst fix, that you might pay attention. You don't even watch it. But that's on you. And when that day comes, you don't say, if you had known, you would have done better. No, you wouldn't have done better. You stayed right where you are and you go all the way down to the trough, eating out of the pit with hogs and laying in the grass with the snakes. And then you wake up. Why do you have to turn to a snake? Why do you have to reduce your humanity to the level of crawling in the grass under rocks and stuff? Rooting in the ground looking for anything. Why do you have to let yourself degenerate into this level before you start saying, give me another chance? I'll do right. Why do you have to do it? I can't answer that. But I'm telling you, that's where you're headed. Bye-bye.